Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you want it right now, getting litty right now. Wanna text me right now, outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she sucking my banana. Ooh, na-na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my hair right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight. About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless you for my gun might. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I knew right now, I be on 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 right now.
Okay. I said, put me on the camera. 'Cause it's true, it's true, it's true. I'ma be the very best I can be, number 2. Thankful for my brothers, make my dreams come true. 100,000 on 100,000, I still choose you. 100,000 on 100. Sorry. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's well. Interesting chapter today. Did not expect that point of view shift to Amigo Chaz being laid out. I couldn't tell who the girl was. You guys can tell me who that was. My boy Young Sleep, they put him to sleep. I couldn't believe it. I hate to see it. And my girl Anak, she going through it right now. And Maria? What's going on? Hope everyone's well. Having yourself a mighty fine day. Let's talk about this chapter, man. Say, yo, Anak and Maria time. I really hope Anak is going to be the main character and be relevant again. And I hope we get the lightning, pill-popping merchant himself, the read-on general, Kun Ran. It's time. Sup, you early for once? I actually started earlier today than usual, too. Shadow the Hedgehog Maria. Savage. Yeah, you know it is sometimes. But anywho, hope everyone's well. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. If you're American, I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Hope you ate well, because I ate well on Thanksgiving in Canada in October. I ate good. So let's talk about this chapter though. I actually first want to ask you guys how you felt about it. Did you think it was a good wrap up, a good conclusion? Did switching to a knack and getting the Maria thing throw off maybe any of your prognostications for the future? Because I have no idea where we're going and why it's Maria time now. But I will say this. I don't think it's a hot take, honestly, but I'm going to just say it. Because I know there's a lot of people in my community when characters like Cha and stuff are getting introduced, and I'm like, yo, what about the man them and the gal them from the past? Like Ran, Anak, Young Sleep, aka Lori, and Hots and stuff. Like, I care about them still. I still want to see them thrive and do things. But it felt like with the 3 orders and with all these high rankers popping out of nowhere, we weren't really going to return. And this gives me hope that maybe we could. We could. That was the most exciting thing to me about the chapter. I'll probably dedicate a specific video to just talking about that, but it's exciting for me, at least. I can't speak for anyone else. Maybe you're like, I saw family heads fight. I don't care about C rank regulars. I do. I care. And what I care matters more than what you want. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, anywho. Why all the Kuns got Hispanic names, but they're all white as hell? The Kun family are mostly based off of Spanish and Argentinian players, from what I can remember, like Marco Asensio, Aguero, Kun Aguero, Man City, Aguero. I don't know how many guys like football, aka soccer. A lot of their names are actually, a lot of the family names, from what I can tell, tend to have a bit of a naming theme. If I remember correctly, the Pobedal family have a lot of names of writers. Lopobia, I don't know what to tell you, but a lot of the Lopobia, they have a little bit of like a repeat in their name, like Kukuda. There's more. I can't think of any more, like Kukuda and like Pepe and like Lopobia, Chiki Bam Bam. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes there is a method to the madness, but that's the reason why. Time for Young Sleek to take center stage. Yep. Where was I at? I need Aguero to get back in his bag next arc. Yeah, I find that he's fine when Bam's not there, but when Bam is there, he gets into his mother bag, mother mode. Shout out to Charlotte Linland. Happy belated Thanksgiving to the Canadian Florida man. Hey, definitely a strong throw off. Definitely was a throw off, but ended strong. I predicted the Maria stuff, although I wasn't expecting it this soon. Chilion and Guerrero were always talking about Maria when they left the hotel. That's a good point. So I was thinking it was a matter of time. I say fair enough. They were. That's a good point. I think there should have been a bit more disbelief and shock over Traumerei's death. I guess because he's fighting another family head, it's not unbelievable. What I need to see is the other family heads, Zahard, and the tower itself have a much more visceral, I don't know, excited reaction perhaps if you don't like family heads. So the jury's still out there, but I feel you. Kun might be the focus temporarily, assuming Bam gets shelled for a bit. Well, considering he's already kind of back, because V gave him his body back and said, feel the Shinsu and let yourself be taken by it, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see, though. We'll see. Just hope it isn't a hollow tease, because they were all spicy as F. They were. I wonder if we'll be getting to the princess faction war between Glad Mary and Rose Jahar. That's a possibility. I think she might have, first of all, yes it is. I think she should have been introduced earlier, because Aguero has been iffy for a while. I said he needs to do his plotline. Pococo, my man, there we go, the turtle. Pococo, there you go. The 3 water dragons plot being forgotten and Tiara just dying is sad, but it is actually one of the tower's appeals. Not every story gets fully explored, like the Ranker sisters and the E-Ranker. It's realistic. Hi, baby. Hi, boo. Speaking of Kun in his bag, Is he gonna get the? No, I don't think so. He traded it. He traded it already. I don't think. Maybe he'll get it back. But Tristan, what you said is kind of like why I've always said the end of the future arc never bothers me in Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Spoilers for Katekyo Hitman Reborn if you're not caught up or finished the manga already, or at least the anime. I like how like sometimes I like when a character that's important or a villain that's important or antagonist, which if you or antihero, whatever the case may be, dies unceremoniously. It's not a grandiose send off. It's not some. It's just like yo. Just like in real life, sometimes you just go, you're gone, and that's it. It's not to say people won't care and celebrate your life, and they won't, remember you. But sometimes you die unceremoniously. And I do think that is a good appeal that I think more stories should take into account. Instead of always having the loser have some awesome mega send-off. I think there's power in, oh, shoot, this character just went out like that? He had hopes and dreams and a family. So, speaking of gun in his bag, is he... Wait, I read that already. Where was I at? But after all this time, if this arc sucks and Kun as a character is berry toast, my man, Aen's gone. I'm back. I saw V give Bam his body back. Naya is back, nigga. I'm here. And he ain't ever taken my body over again. Yeah, Bam is back. Exactly. Maria's also working for Macheni. I wonder if she's using Maria to cause chaos amongst regular princesses, which will bleed over to the ranker princesses. Possible. So far, we have 3 ranker level techniques that exploit Shinsu Blessing. Bam's Loop, Calivan's Body Tempering / Regeneration, and Ha Jinsung's Tiger Dragon Gate, which messes up the target's Shinsu. We do. There is also Yuri and Macheni's bet with the 13 months. But we don't know if that still matters. However, I think Macheni wants to collect all the 13 months. So now that Traumerei is dead, does Calivan stop kneeling? Calivan has finally been like, I sense that he is passed. I'll go home and eat some chicken. Like, what if he was really there this whole time on bended knee for that long? That should be so funny. After Tower of God Webtoon Chapter 651, I'm 90% believe we've probably seen Legendary Jihad Princess, a.k.a. Princess Adori Jihad, or some other blue whale type higher rankers, other Jihad princesses. Why do people think the 3 dragon plotline is forgotten? It did not have an impact here, but when it returns, it won't be pulled out of air. We will get what we wanted. Quell Sanish, because a lot of us, I actually don't think this is even an opinion. SIU does tend to have a tendency to build up certain plot lines and storylines for an arc and drop it. Sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it shifts into something else. So let's say like, shout out to Simi. We're reading or watching Unga Bunga, and they're gonna have a tournament arc. The tournament arc is gonna play out. But let's say, you know what? We can just use kind of Majin Buu, the Buu saga. We were supposed to have a World Martial Arts tournament. Majin Buu was a thing. So the tournament didn't happen because there was a bigger threat. Sometimes it makes sense, but he actually does have a bad tendency to drop a lot of plot lines. So for a lot of people, they believe that the water dragons never amounted to anything because Leviathan said those were the key to killing Traumerei. Traumerei is dead. So what purpose do the water dragons have now, or what was the point, is what a lot of people are thinking. V stuff seems like a much higher concept version of all that. He fully grasped the flow of Shinsu in the tower, including weather and physics, and uses it for power. Enryu Red Rain is higher still. I'm with you. Speaking of the 3 water dragons, it's just a hunch, but I think Yama will get them somehow. There is no reason behind this, but three fangs, 3 dragons. Fair enough. Like the stream. That's right. Like the stream for me. Hit the like. Maria must be pretty strong, though. She soloed Anak's whole squad on Scratch. She is a princess of Jahar, too, right? So, yeah. just false hope on my part for Yama to be relevant again, or relevant or irrelevant. Actually, considering what Hansung Yu does, some of what V's doing doesn't require blessings, just absurd skill. When he took out Enkidu, he said he felt all the Shinsu in his body being distorted. It's true. It's a higher level, like Shinsu feeling technique. Bro, Kun probably getting humbled by Maria, aka potential another Rachel or different way. It's possible Neo Warrior. Case in point, Yuri and Macheni's bet. Yes. You guys forgot Kun has like 3,000 plus sisters. Who do you think will win, Yuri versus Macheni? I'm Team Macheni, personally. I think Macheni is stronger than Yuri. In terms of their bet, who will win? I still think it's Macheni. I'm waiting for Hendo, Locke, or Blood Matter to be face revealed. I'm with you. He's the next family head I'd like to see. We haven't seen Traumerei with his kimono that has all his dragons on it. Someone will probably pick it. Basically, even if Bam gets the 3 water dragons in the future, it wouldn't matter because it came way after its purpose. Have a good stream, my boy. But about the 3 dragons, nobody cares about a 4 shadow power up. It's lame. I feel you. What's up, Mark? You good? Maria defeated Anak. She did. I believe Maria probably advanced high ranker type character. I'm sad that after 101 chapters, Anak finally returned and got her ass kicked in. Being a Anak fan is rough. Yeah, Lizard was saying that Anak is being used as a hype tool, which is a kind of annoying. Relevant. You meant relevant, not irregular. Irrelevant. I will really like loose, like chill personality. Dude, just kill a family head and just chilling in his bed with a floating chair. He's my goat right now. What is interesting is that Bam says V's mental voice is the same as his own and comes from the line. Perhaps Bam is a discarded part of V used for resurrection like Wagnan is for V. You mean Z? It is interesting that he said that he could hear his own voice. That did throw me for a pause. I thought V would sound different. I do think that. Since this is an 152nd floor test, we could see Ran and Wagnan show up soon. I would love to see it. Guys, how many population in the tower? 150 billion. I want to see Maxeth now. I feel that. Worst case scenario, Rachel turned into low strongest high ranker level with some cheating ability. I feel it. Wagner for Jihad. Okay. Let me get in my bag a little bit. Let me talk about Traumerei. First of all, I'm not done with y'all. I got more smoke. No, I'm kidding. But we that Traumerei pack, bro, is hitting different. I love it. Got that weirdo out of here. I actually think them not disposing of his body properly will come back to bite them in the ass in the end. I'm thinking Naruto being able to kind of pluck the eyes of an Uchiha post-death to get a Sharingan. I don't remember exactly how Danzo got all the eyes in his arm, but hella Sharingans in his weird Senju Hashirama arm. The Hyuga clan family have that swastika-looking thing on their head for the not the main branch, the side branch, which is supposed to seal the Byakugan upon death so someone can't grave rob them. I think a family head dying, their body is still extremely useful in death, and if it's not dealt with properly, I do think something will happen. Whether they extract the 7 creatures he uses, they almost necromance Traumerei, they use Traumerei's body for some type of experiment or a power source, if you will. But, wait! There's more. Traumerei has played around with necromancy and doing certain experimentations along with Zahard. Since the God of Guardians spoke to V and gave him that blue fire blessing, we constantly talk about returning to Shinsu, to the point they said Traumerei is dead and has returned to the Shinsu. Could Traumerei, in some weird way, transcend or defy death? Similar to how the Jedis could after Qui-Gon Jinn discovered how to cheat death as a Force ghost. So through the Force, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Qui-Gon and Yoda could live on. But what if Traumerei could do something similar with Shinsu, live on through the Shinsu? I think that's interesting. What are we thinking? How do we feel about that? I just want to get that off my chest because I've been thinking about it for a while. Where was I at? Wagner for Jihad is Bam even need more power up now? You could argue that. What's your opinion on Gustang resurrecting Tiara? It's been enough time that I've gotten over it. If it happens, cool. If then we know that his characteristics, so he can just create his scriptures people whenever he wants. But is it the same Tiara? Will she regain her memories? Does she have her memories up until Enkidu gave her deserved death? There's a lot to unpack there. But I really like Tiara, so if she comes back, I'm cool with it. Lucelek said he had no affection for Bam and V. V had no reaction to that comment. That was hilarious, not gonna lie. That's funny. Traumerei is a clown who cares. LOL, yeah, laugh at these Traumerei loving bums. Hardy har har. Gustang villain arc incoming. RIP Traumerei, best character in TOG. I know most of his fan will switch up for another character. I wouldn't say I don't think he's nearly the best character, but he was a really good character. I do. Do you think Jinsung and Bam are going to turn against FUG? The best answer I have for you right now is I do think that Jin Sung is more likely to side with the Save Bam from V party. So maybe Gustang and Kun and Rack and Dorsey, and if Mazzino comes through. Oh, and let me be fair. I cooked Traumerei for a little bit. Let me be fair. Mazzino, you're my mans. You were my favorite irregular, but you sold this arc. I'm looking at the mission requirements for this quest. 0 for 4. Red Light District got away. Loose Leg hit you with the LeBron look at the ball, step back 3 times. Loose Leg got away. So Loose Leg and the Red Light District got away. A family had died. You did not save Bam. Like, you failed. You're 0 for 4. I gotta look at you shaky in the light. Are you him? Yes. Are you strong? Yes, but you need to redeem yourself, buddy. What happened? Just woke. How we feeling with the chapter? Chapter for me is like a 7.5. It was good. It was good. I think what popped me the most was the knack and seeing the regulars again. Because I want to go back to that. I'm not loving all the high ranker shenanigans to the degree that everyone else is. Leviathan, why am I here? Just to suffer. Traumerei about to be the new Hashirama Cells? No, I hated that plotline so much, bro. Do you think there is even 1% chance Traumerei didn't really die? No, I think he's dead. Are you asking me, could he be resurrected in some form? I wouldn't put it past somebody strong enough or knowledgeable enough to do so, but yeah. It would go crazy if the Red Light boys get their hands on Traumerei's body. Ooh. Ça, c'est intéressant. Bayak, Ryun, and Yuri want to protect the 10 Great Family head, but Urek failed because Traumerei killed himself. Yes. I hope Shara returns, but I don't feel like I feel like there may be a downside. Maybe she'd regress as a regular. Oh, you think so? Urek admitted to being a failure. Bro said I'm going to get whooped when I get home. Yep. The ghost cursing the princess weapons. Traum and the whole family is done. Traumerei is reincarnated as a kid and joins Bam. I don't want that. Somebody in a different stream of yours said that the family heads turning to Shinsu could build up to be a great calamity in the future. I really like that idea. I do too. Almost like I wonder if enough of them are in the like the Shinsu life stream, if you will. They're so strong they can distort it and cause the natural cycle of the Shinsu to like go out of whack. That would be interesting. Bam can't turn against FUG because V won't let him for now. Bro, I love Tiara. Of course, my head is strong. I've been strengthening it by reading. So goated. Yep. There is a reason why Enryu killed an administration, destroyed an entire floor, aka North America and South America continent-sized combined area. He knows something greater above 135 floor. Yes, I agree with this. How doesn't a regular return to the Shinsu? Wouldn't they add new Shinsu to the tower? Because they're not born in the tower. It's a good point, but ultimately, if you use Shinsu when you're in the tower and you die, you return to it. That seems to be the main gist here. Where, dog? What's going on with me? I hope that so goated. I hope that when Endorsi and Anak reunite, she'll be pissed. You abandoned me for that irregular D and look what happened. Controlling. Bam and Jinsung versus Loose like an entire FUG fighting incoming. I think it's gonna be the usual thing in anime experiment or whatsoever. Personally, I hope Zahar comes himself and retrieve the body and show us more of a flashback of the relationship between him and Traum. That'll be good. Don't force that Ghost requires some kind of enlightenment, and it looks like Traumerei was too much in his feelings to reach that. But I think Will Hike-sung will do some experiments they find. Wait, I just thought of a theory. Where do you hide a family head's body where no one wants to go? The death floor and Traumerei mess with the death, and Bam said he will come back there. Oh, return to the floor of death is interesting, where the concept of death kind of doesn't exist. Controlling animals is my favorite power trope, so that's why he's my favorite. It's also the best it's been done in manga, in my opinion. A few things, Vicuna Leather. One, favorite and best to me are not the same thing. I'm like really sensitive. It's weird. I'm weird about this. Like I know this is a personal quirk of mine. I'm very sensitive when it comes to English language and certain things. If you say I think or I feel, that is not the same sentence to me. I feel is an intuitive gut instinct maybe that went throughout your body. I think you had a thought process. If someone says, I have a couple of minutes, I think two. I think a pair, a couple. A boy and a girl and a girl, a boy and a boy, whatever. If you say few and several, I think 4 or 5 or 5, 6 and more. So best and favorite, like my favorite character in One Piece is Crocodile. That doesn't necessarily mean I think he's the best written character. I think Rachel, up to a point, was one of the best written characters in Tower of God, but she wasn't my favorite. But I feel you. Controlling animals is dope. The best I've ever seen, well, this is a webtoon, not a manga per se. It's a manhwa if you want to get super technical. I think I've seen it better, honestly. But it's still cool what he's able to do. That's just me, though. If V was a people's person, what if everyone starts thinking Bam is even cooler now, like how Akira became a child on Devilman Crybaby? That would be interesting. So it's almost like Bam couldn't even really go against people because they all really like V. What the hell was Kel Helm's plan? Even if he didn't understand how powerful Zahar was the king, contracts the secret. Correction. Only the second floor is inside North America. The floor gets bigger on each level. How far will the training take Bam? I think he'll be able to hold his own against a family head, but Bam won't be able to beat them just yet. I hate that idea, but maybe it's possible. SAU gave us Lucifer or Fallen Angel type demonic irregular in TOG or outside the world lore. I think Zahar is going to send a Dory to take care of the 3 orders. Is TOG going on a break or will the chapters still drop every week? I haven't heard any news about a break yet, so I think we're still good. 50 plus in here and only 20 likes. Help my boy out. I only have 20 likes? Come on, guys. Like the video. It's actually so funny to me. Like, commenting and stuff, I get it. Liking the video is the most menial task. Just move your mouse slightly, or if you're on your touchscreen, just hit the thumbs up and you good. And if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. I'd rather you hit thumbs up or thumbs down than not hit anything at all. Bam versus Adori will probably happen near the end of the season 3, unless season 3 is 400 or more chapters, and season 4 is after Zahard. TOG have 651 chapters. I want Bam to turn to Lucifer 2.0, but in a different way. Neo Warrior, explain. What do you mean in a different way? What does that look like to you in the Tower of God narrative? But yeah, I want to talk about Traumerei's body probably getting used for nefarious deeds and things because I think it's important. I think Gustang wanted to show his friend respect, so he said, go ahead and bury him. It's fine with the utmost respect, but not as a family leader. As yo, daddy. That was a powerful line to me to some degree. I also wish to talk about what Proust said, but exactly, man, like and good are two different things. If someone says Star Wars: The Last Jedi was my favorite, I'd be like, cool. If you say it's good, then we have a debate probably. See, I'm with you on that, Devin. That's how kind of I am. Like, The Last Jedi is my favorite. I can't tell you what to like. You're you, I'm me. You try to argue it was a good movie, I'm going to give you bars. Tower of God Webtoon season 4 chapter 1 predictions. Enryu farts and blows up a floor. Maybe just as Zahard, after being consumed by his demon, discarded his humanity into the princesses of Zahard. V discarded his humanity in the BAM in order to become a demon. Traumary becoming a demon. It is likely if Zahard gets his hands on the corpse or not. I agree with this. He might go the way of the Dragon of Lust, Amizu. I want BAM to turn to anti-hero or destroy the entire half of the tower because the tower is corrupted. Okay. Maybe Fraud Kidding takes Traumerei's body and melts into his body or something. You know what? That's a good point from the standpoint of we know that at least we have seen the Lopabia Windbird user go inside his own anima. So maybe animal users can somewhat displace themselves and place it in other things. Could they place it in Traumerei's body? That remains to be seen, though. Okay, let me, Jesus, sorry, guys. Look at this real quick. I wanted to show you guys what line. Okay. So, Prouse says, don't attack them if they don't provoke us, even though they were our enemies. A 10 family head passed away, show your respect. And then he says, above all, our priority is to now find the traitors within our own family and repair the damage, which is hilarious. Like Lizard pointed out to me in my Twitch stream, it's your dad. It's the leader of the family. He gave Bellarir the means to do this. And then he also says, our war is just beginning. That line's powerful to me because Gustang has more people. He wants to run the family head gauntlet, right? So they have to get regroup, get back together, heal as many people as they can, and then prepare for the next war. I'd be stressed out if I was in the Pobadal family, but I found that part to be profound in its own right. Lobodon Dumas level? Actually, yes, I think so. I think they're the strongest two in their respective families. That's not the family head. I don't think Kirin is stronger than Lobodon. I think Lobodon and Dumas are probably close to evenly matched with completely polarized fighting styles. Naya, is more comment good for the stream and the channel? Comments are good. Engagement is always good for the channel. So if you like it, share it, comment, and you speak a lot in chat, it tells you and watch time. One of the most important things on YouTube is to watch as much as the video as possible. So the algorithm will recommend me to more Tower of God fans. It tells them you like the video and more people should see it. My watch time has gotten a lot better, but it's dipped a little bit, which is why I say sometimes if you don't want to watch it and you just want to support me, just mute it, put it in another tab, let it play out, say good shit, bro, and move on. That's what I do for my friends. I play their videos in the background if I'm not going to listen, get the watch time, like it, say something, and then I cut. Imagine if Tower of God's final war, BAM, collapsing or destroyed 10 floor or 10 superior continent-sized type feats for real. It'd be a crazy feat. At this point, at least one faction leader, family head, Urek, Bayak, Ryu, and Loose like Maxet Bath needs to get involved in the next major arc for it to be relevant. I wonder if we'll finally get the confrontation that Nak is Lopabia. She has the same people as Traumerei. Traumerei's body will be used to fertilize Lobodon's tree powers so he can act like a tree. Actually, rather than hard to find his friend's corpse, Revolution is the most likely to do it. FUG doesn't need to. The workshop doesn't care enough. Enkidu gets the body. Oof. Is Enkidu dead, y'all? BAM versus pseudo family head Enkidu. Do you think people in the tower cry for Traumerei because in a way he and the others created a world and society even though he is a bad? I think we'll get more emotional reactions maybe at the funeral, the send-off, and seeing how the entire tower reacts to the death of a family head. I'm so sorry, you guys. I actually quite literally Did not get a wink of sleep last night. I could not sleep last night. My eyes are on fire. My eyelids feel like they're holding 5 tons of weight. Lobadan or Dumas? I genuinely think Dumas, based on what I've seen, is more impressive, but I do think Lobadan can match him. I think Lobadan is equally as strong, if not a little weaker. And we're back. Very next chapter, Bam came back, right? Yep, he's back. Do you guys forget another Jihad princess, a.k.a. Rosemary Jihad? You know, I remember her. We remember her. We know her. I think due to Bellarear's patheticness, Gustang will change his decision to work with Revolution and decide they aren't any better. Interesting. I think Dumas is way stronger than Lobadan, and based on what we've seen, you have no reason to not believe that. But Lobadan has been extremely impressive in his own right. The gauntlet that he's run and how clean he's come out of every battle, and Keating even ran from him, the pseudo de facto leader. I think it's close. If Dumas out of 20 is a 16, we'll say Lobadan is at worst a 14, 15 to 15.5 to a 16. Like the video, everybody. Was Traumerei even full power since he put a lot of power in Leviathan? That's a question a lot of us have been asking. I think due to Bellarear's patheticness, Gustang. Oh wait, I read that already. Yeah. I wonder what Gustang's plan is because Traumerei almost took him out. Unless Gustang is like a Batman where he has specific plans to take out each family head. I think that's possible. I just get this feeling that Gustang is just gonna be stronger the next time we see him and do a lot more. Real Ninja in the chat. What's up, Naya? Dumas and Lobadan have fought in the past, but I know the moderators in here don't be reading. I actually forgot that if that was mentioned. So maybe that's why they had their little face off, like don't meet again to settle their score type of thing. That makes sense. I can do dead AF. Feel it. Personal. Next 100 plus chapters, Bam will probably unofficially turn into a large planetary to star level character with new OP ability with his other inside or V ability. Okay. My sixth sense is telling me Hendelock Princess reveal soon. I'm here for it. I have high expectations for Maria. SLU has been setting her up for a long time. Aside from Anne, she was the princess I'm the most interested in. I don't think Enkidu was dead because A, Bellarear and the other assimilated frog guy is alive. So Bellarear, the guy with the geckos or lizards. B, V met with Enkidu before had little reason to kill him. Am I the only one who thinks Lobadan is stronger? I think here's how I see it. Actually, let me come back to you real quick. Gustang humanoid form probably interesting. Can you tell me you couldn't flashback? It's been so long. I'm missing some things from Maria. Maria is one of his sisters that he helped, I think, become a Jihad princess by betraying some people in the family. It was mentioned, I believe, in the first season around Han Sung Yu's examination, which I want to say is around chapter 16 of the first season. According to Leviathan, Traumerei could not actually control him because after force-feeding him his memories, it became too powerful. I don't think he could count Leviathan as Traumer's power now. We got a family head level master teaching Bam now. Bam is about to be super OP. Dumas and Kel Helm have fought before, had a strong rivalry. Nothing was stated about Lobadan and Dumas' history. So Declan Murphy, to answer your question, it's time like this where I feel like it's important for me to give SIU his flowers and give him his credit. Dumas lost to Bam, though he didn't get KO'd, but Bam fulfilled the win condition, if you will, got out of there. Dumas took some damage fighting Bam. Not at full power, but fighting Bam. Dumas has the armor gimmick. Dumas took out Hajin Sung, Yama, Bam, and Yama at the same time. He pulled up on a family head and lost both his arms in the armor or whatever. He's done so many things that are cool and impressive, and stepping to Traumerei's poison dragon vanquish was highly impressive. So I think he has a certain type of portrayal. Lobadan has not really taken any damage, beat Hugo, uses Primal Punch, a few other things, uses Shriek to scare off Keating, and I think that he's been he's shown very good leadership, and also like, sorry, let me start over. The framing of Dumas fighting Bam and taking damage and losing his arms and stuff is fine because Bam is an irregular. Bam is actually stronger than him. I don't care what you guys say. Bam is stronger than fucking Dumas and Lobadan at full power if he consolidates everything. But Dumas came like with more wounds and damage. Lobadan, on the other hand, didn't fight anybody on the level of a Dumas or a maybe Kirin, if you will, or a Bam, and didn't really take any damage, but he's pretty much single-handedly won every fight or looked good in every fight he's been in. So taking those two betrayals, one who's ran more of a gauntlet and came out a bit more bloodied, but still looked really good no matter what, and one that may have fought people who are not on the level as the other person who was betrayed, I think he did a good job of keeping them even a little bit. I'm more on the even to maybe Lobadan being slightly weaker, but I can't definitively say one is stronger than the other. Please like the video. Dumas and Kelhelm have fought. Wait. We don't see the other three Jihad Squadron Commander high ranker characters. Was it just me or was Enkidu just a use for the Traum flashback and we just walked around fighting our favorites? Yep. Both Gustang and Traumerei cheated. Traumerei got buffed by the souls of the dead, which he doesn't keep on him, and nobody wouldn't have. Gustang used Blossom's flame, which is a one-off. He also kind of wasted the flame. There is a tournament that the Kuns kill each other to determine who is the real trend of Kunaduan. Maria betrayed Kun and killed Kun's own direct sister. She is the Rachel to Kun like Rachel is to Bam. That's what it was. There you go. Also, we kind of wasted the flame. I do want to see Rachel's reaction and thoughts on Aguero now working with Gustang. Does she still have ties to the family? And what's going to happen to the three wishes? Or there she just go back to the revolution? Sleepy Night is a great question. I can't have to tell you. I'm a little worried about Rachel. I genuinely feel that SIU has handled Rachel with masterclass for the most part. This is the first time I'm feeling like he's kind of fumbling with her a little bit, but we'll see how it plays out. It's not all said and done yet, right? Maybe we go back to her point of view and we see what she's really cooking up. Imagine a red-haired female high ranker. I lost my spot. Was a Jihad number 3 squadron with the hand-to-hand combat ability. Bro, Lobadan sacrificed his arm to stop a cannon beam that hit Yama and that did no major damage to him. I think he had one arm already. Dumas got hit by Traumerei. Facts. Stronger than who? Dumas and Lobadan if he consolidates what? Man, Naya be chatting shit. Ain't no way you said that, LMAO. Bam, full power to low, mid, strongest 10, family head, high ranker level type character outside Bam, ultimate or final form. Yes, like the stream. Almost all those characters will be irrelevant soon. It's possible. No, you did not hear me wrong. Lobadan would beat on Dumas easy. Let's not pretend we don't know this. Ooh, spicy. Hold on, hold on. I'm not mad at this. Hold on, give me a second. I like this. I didn't think anybody would feel that strongly about it. I like this though. Hold on. How do I do things again? Let's start a poll. Versus Dumas. Who you got? Lobadan. Dumas. I'm not giving you a cop-out answer. It's a yes or a no. It's a Lobadan or Dumas. Pick a side. Pick a side. Pick a side. I'll end the poll towards the end of the stream. I'm rocking with my tree man, bro. Shout out to Tree Man. I'm rocking with my Tree Man. I really like Lobadan. Lobadan's one of my favorite characters to come out of this arc, honestly. I think he's super dope. Aside from his strength, his leadership, the way he carries himself, amongst other things, I think he's really, really dope. He's just dope. I'm going to go with Lobadan for now. See. Ooh, everyone's saying Dumas. Okay. Lobanon and Dumas are weaker than Bam if he consolidates everything. I just finished the gym. I heard wrong, to be honest. You didn't hear me wrong, but I've already talked about this ad nauseum. You feel I'm wrong. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm not reading the story. I'm a dumb black. I get it. I understand. I don't feel that strongly about it. Just leave me alone. I thought she'd beat Kun's sister and took herself out. If anything disappointed me this arc, it was Rachel. That's interesting. I'm kind of like hoping there's some like epilogue or something where she was cooking up with Yura. You know what I mean? Like I'm just waiting to see how it happens. Since Dumas can only use his power in the armor, this implies Karaka has hidden power, and since he's a Prince of Zahar, as for if that means anything, I'm done with Karaka. So y'all can glaze him, roast him. I'm done with Karaka. I've washed my hands of that nigga. Wait, Maria didn't betray Kun. Kun worked with Maria to take out her own cousin. Kun said he had his own reasons. I literally don't remember this part. So I know I remember it, but I don't remember the details, so I can't correct anybody or tell you right or wrong. Where's my boy Wagnan? He's out there with the sword doing some things. I think after the fight, we can conclude Traumerei was stronger than Gustang. Gustang needed the Oak-Bee and Flame to match Traumerei, neither which are its own power. A lot of people have had that thought, Declan. I am waiting for Ultron-type mechanoid body or kick Bam ass. Poor amigo Chaz, he just be chilling, and because he is Bam's friend, he just have the word enemies drop off. I'm curious to know where the elders like Garnak compare to Lobanon and Dumas. So am I. Traumerei's stolen souls weren't a part of his powers either. That's a good point. Instead of admitting you're wrong about Bam abilities, you said Bam beats Dumas when he himself he can't never even fought Dumas' true power, and the chat just glazing. Dumas, Dog Walk, and Lobanon just watch. We'll see. Team Lobanon, power of a tree, power of nature. I'm here for it. Dumas, does Dumas have 2 arms? I don't know how it works. I don't know if he will heal them back. I don't know what's gonna happen. But in his inner world, he had both arms. Rachel should have accomplished something. In my opinion, the most Rachel thing we got was that funny backhead smack Huariyun she was given, and we didn't like that. Dr. Bonan was a Dumas fan, so fair enough. Lobanon is worthy to be the new family head, even if he doesn't want it. The thing I like about Dumas is beside his strength, he's a good leader. He has good leadership skills. He's level-headed. He commands the army well. It's not just about power. So, I think he's just a really good and solid character. After hearing what Bam had to say and stuff, he made a really great executive decision, and I like that. Bonehead's channel is like a Disney channel, and mine's the complete opposite. It's the Wild Wild West. We still need to know why Lobanon doesn't have an arm. Yeah, that'd be cool to know. Karaka fails too many times. Too many. I'm not going back. I'm excited for other or new regulars, so am I. Aguero's full sister took herself out when she failed to become a princess. That's why Aguero is worried that Casilla will come back for his neck during a hidden floor. In the Name Hunt station, Lilia and Shilia have stated to be working together with Maria Kun, but why? Hopefully we find out soon. I think we're going to get into that soon. I think we're going to get more Rachel within the next couple of chapters. I'm here for it. Gustang above Traumerei. I'm not mad at it. I believe in Karaka. You little Marshall, do you? I can't tell you to be wrong. I'm done though. I've been hurt too many times. Like the video, everybody. Like the stream. Basic story. Kun's sister and Maria were in a battle for princesses. Kun's sister was a cold bee and Maria was more human, so Kun backstabbed his sister. Then Maria just left and his sister logged off. Okay. Would an FUG or wall hike song have an advantage over the rest of the family since they have 2 top tier fighters? Do you mean Bayak, Ryun, and Mazino? Evan, sorry, just elaborate. If we're Iraq, I will recruit Lobanon. Oh, to wall hike song? I think Lobanon is going to try to keep his family or what's the remnants and what's left of his family intact to some degree. You know? Imagine Bam and Maria meets up or she trying manipulating Bam like Rachel but failed. Well, it depends because V is still around, right? I agree Gustang's bigger than Traum because of the fire from another family had power, but Oak-Bee slander is silly. Everyone uses weapons, even Bam Storm. Ari has the strongest weapon. You scale him with weapons. Stop picking and choosing. I have a feeling V isn't fully on board with Loose Leg. Like he is friends with him, but he's gonna do his own thing once Bam becomes stronger. I kind of agree with that. You voted for Dumas. It means nothing to me. His name just sounded cooler to me. All right, baby, I got you. In this chapter, Urek realized he's the biggest clown of this arc. I'm gonna get to him in a second. Yeah, they got Bayek and Urek. Actually, I kind of already sorry. I already went for Mazzino, but Mazzino completely failed at everything he wanted to do here. Completely. And I have to give him bars for that. He's my favorite irregular, but I'm always fair. I'm always fair. And one thing about me that I think the thing that I'm the proudest I could say as a content creator is I genuinely tell you guys what I think and how I feel. I could be rocking with something for 10 weeks and not like the 11th week. And I'll just be honest with you. I don't feel because I have had a positive rapport for 2 years, I can't say something negative or critical, and vice versa. I could be negative for something for 10 chapters and be like, this is dope, and give credit where credit is due. So, I had a point. What was I just reading? Yeah, Mazzino's my guy, but he completely failed. He accomplished nothing here. So, you're allowed to cook him. You could cook him. And Loose Leg put him in the same trap 3 times. Yeah, because they got by. Wait, I'm counting the Oakby against Gustang because of the conditions for its use. Weapons are fine. All right, fair enough. I hope we get a flashback arc with AA and Maria. We know more about the family heads. We know about Aguero's past, which is crazy. That's actually an interesting thought. This was a really good death for a family head. I think it works. I don't know that I love it, but it works. Y'all peeped Maria's spear though. It looks clean. Her lance looks clean. Looks dope. Kakaraka is done. Yep. Maria's spear looks crazy. Okabe is very weird to me. At first, Gustang had to literally die to get permission to use it on Traumerei, but then he's shown casually using it in flashbacks. He can even use it on Urek. Urek is too incompetent to beat Zahar? Nah, believe in him. How did Hugo's bum master survive Urek's punch? That's a great question. My best guess is there was so much debris and things in the way that I guess, who was carrying her? Mate? Mate was able to get her out the way. I don't know. Maybe he didn't attack with precision and he attacked with just, like, destroy everything in my way. It almost seems like Gustang can use the stick on anyone or anyone once it's activated and only needs to die in order to judge Traumerei's pass. Also, it ignores defense and amps physical attacks. Okay. I like that Urek failed here, plus he was up against 2016 Loose Leg in the finals. Would be like LeBron in the finals. No, let's use a better one. No, who went crazy in the finals? No. 2016 is great. Is good. No, that works for me. That works for me actually. He's moving like Bale in any UCL finals. Hatch the bicycle kick type work, bro. Urek was the only one who didn't come based on his own conviction. It wasn't asked with someone else. It's true. I actually want to see how Bayek, Ryun, and Yuri react to his failure, what they do and what they say to him, and what becomes of it. I hope it actually transitions into something. Does Yuri get freaked out and come and also try to save Bam? Does Bayek get annoyed with him? I want to see what happens. That took a while, but made it. Welcome, Cayenne. I don't mind the Oakby, but Blossom's Flame, a different story that saved Gustang. I feel it. Mate's concrete cheeks protected her. He doped up. He used his booty. Urek used a normal punch like Saitama. It was not serious. Essentially, it's an inferior version of Arihan's sword. Also, giving it to Gustang as a D ranker is kind of stupid unless he upgraded it. He could have one-shot anybody with that until floor 100. That's funny. Kobe 09 2010. Which finals is it where Jordan dropped like 50 something and averaged like 40 for the finals? Or like Dwayne Wade 2006 against the Mavs, like crazy work. Phantom Minium is Urek Rachel? I don't think so. Bayek versus Loose Leg. Urek versus Lobadan versus Dumas. Some height fights it up. Urek. Urek will sneeze on Lobadan and Dumas and they'll die. Bayak versus Luslak is interesting though. All right, let me. Now that I'm caught up to the chapter a little bit, like the video, everybody, and vote in the poll, please. I talked about Mazzino, Lobadan, stuff like that. Okay, so here's a part of the chapter I think is very, very important. Because when I got to this part, I was very curious. So let's put it on screen for a second because I think it's essential. One of the number one questions I've had is how many people are aware of V resting in Bam's body? And one of the people I needed to know was maybe some of the elders that are around, so Garnak, but specifically Hodgin Sung. So they're talking about why would he step to the family leaders in Mazzino? Is he drunk? Don't be too surprised. And he's like, I'm more surprised to see that Luslak ran to save the Slayer candidate without even seeing the family leader die. That's Garnak saying that. Then Gustang saying, that's right. It's as if he was someone who had that purpose from the beginning. He's had no contact with Viola in all this time. Did he feel any affection for that person? So these two do not know. Then he goes, I have no affection for him. You guys lack faith in me. Faith. They walk in. Lord Luslak. Huh? And he's like, you're Luslak, man, aren't you? Viola? I'll talk to you guys later. I've been in this world for a while. And he goes, he's not Viola. Is he? Yo, what's Guadin? Who's in Viola's body right now? He's like, did you notice that there was someone else inside him? Did you notice that in that brief moment? Of course, I am his master. A disciple recognizes his master at a glance. And a master also recognizes his disciple at a glance. Are you trying to distract me by talking nonsense? Well, I like this line here because I understood what he meant. That disciples and masters will always recognize one another. He is the master. He is the disciple of V, and Hodgin Sung is the master of Bam. So they all have the same relationship here. So basically, what he's saying here is they're all gonna have trouble in the future because some of them care for V, some of them care for Bam. Well, I'm just saying that I guess things will be difficult for the master in the future. There seems to be quite a few people who care about the Slayer candidate just as I care about the master. Who knows? Do you guys think it's possible only Luslak knows? And this is why I keep harping on the fact that I think... I lost my train of thought. That's crazy. Maybe Luslak is the only one that knows. Sorry, guys. My bad. Gustang did not die to use Ogby. He only needed to die to see Traumerei's past. If Gustang himself was aware of said sin, he would have been able to use it. Plus, Gustang Dumas' persona wanted to give Traumerei a chance. Hopefully, SIU isn't baiting us with a good old regular time, but I'll be optimistic, excited to see where it goes. I like Maria's design. Bayak isn't that strong. In my opinion, only a good leader. Johnny, you think he got to rank 9 solely on leadership and wall-hike song and recognition and influence, nothing to do with power? Because he's supposed to be an extremely gifted wave controller. I think he's one of the few outliers of in-tower habitants that have amassed immense power that rivals family heads in some capacity. But does he need to have justification to beat someone with it? He only used it on Urek for being rude. Maybe because it was already out. He's not lying. He literally didn't sleep at all. Yep. SIU has the best designed ships I've seen in any series. All of them are cool and unique. No, Luslak's ship looks cool. It's a very dope design for his ship. It looks amazing. Blossom's flames were introduced so Urek's fist could be explained. Dab. Talk about it. I hope why get a better explanation on the V body possession. Can all of them do it, or is it just because it would be kind of cool if they had avatars instead of no actually being there? I think it's a V and Bam specific thing, personally. I think only Luslak and Hwaryu knew about... Oh, yeah, it's Hwaryu too. Hwaryu, like, how was she going to react to all this? Is she around? Is she on the ship? Like, what is she doing? Like, I want to see how she feels about this. Is she feeling guilty? Like, some of these reactions are very necessary to see, in my opinion. As far as Luslak is concerned, Bam is a tool to resurrect V, nothing more. As far as V is concerned, they are the same. Bam and friends will likely have different feelings. Agreed. And I wonder if Hodgin Sung would join them to free Bam from V's control. I should do a tier list of TOG ships. Well, you make a tier list where you personally go find every Tower of God ship and you put them in a tier list, and I'll do it. I'm not doing that though. Then I'll do it. I'm not finding them myself. JH is pretty informal with. Yeah, he is. He is. Who are you indefinitely? Yeah, she knows. My bad. Who are you and Hud and loose like I meant. Sorry, I forgot that she knows. I forgot. Jinsung become an anti loose leg V is interesting. I don't know how much Jinsung knows or cares about V though. Loose leg, sure. It's interesting to think about. Hwaryun does know. My theory is that Lobadan's left arm became the tree he commands due to his mother. Oh, interessante. Yes, Bayak is ranked ninth. Am I right about that? Am I tripping? Bayak Ryun is ninth, right? I believe he's ninth. I look at these rankings all the time and never remember anything. I'm so sure he's 9 because I think it was 7-7 for the princesses, then it was 9. But hold on. Let me just make sure and double check. I know their rankings are based on power, influence, and recognition, but yeah. Yeah, right here it says Mr. Bayak is at 9. Wave controller, co-founder of Wolhegsung and 77th floor ruler. And for all we know, he might have some contracts on this floor that even boost his power or ruling ability and status even more. Similar to how Mulov has the Iron Man contract on the 20th floor. You know, I'll always find a way to talk about Mulov and Glaze. He may be the last true believer, and he regrouped his ranks less knew his true purpose. Bayak Ryun is the only known person to make a bang as a tower inhabitant without any contract or regular status. Looselek and the first gen slayers probably know about Violet. The first ones asleep will wake up soon. That one makes sense to me to some degree. Garam probably knows that V's in Bam's body since she did not tell Bam of the disturbing bad truth about his father and mother. Ah, it's possible. That makes sense. I also would argue if there's like an elder that's around, that Gustang was confused as to how V was in Bam's body, so obviously it's unique, not something family heads be doing. There's no way you lot read. I think there could be like an old, like maybe like the first elder of FUG that maybe a longtime partner or comrade or friend of Looselek might know. Aside from that, yeah. I don't think Garam knew about V. Everything she knows from the diary Arlene left behind, I find it extremely hard that Gustang didn't read it. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I want to talk about that. That was important. I thought that was a good moment. What did you guys make of the scene with V and Bam when Bam woke up and he's like, I'm on a ship, what's going on? There's Shinsu everywhere, what the hell? No. Is that because we saw when V used Shinsu, he could almost feel every crevice and nook and cranny of it? And now Bam is tapping into that next level tier of Shinsu control? And is V telling Bam to relinquish his body? The one unfortunate thing that we have to do as Tower God fans is we don't know, like, if the transitions are great. Then he said, don't panic. Hold on, let me put it on screen for a second. Don't panic. Just concentrate on the flow. My voice? Breathe deeply and slowly and deeply. Observe this great flow and let yourself be carried by it. Then we can become anything. What does that mean to you guys? How did you interpret that scene? Talk to me. I want your opinion. Be as detailed or as brief as you want. Bayak is a wait, I read that. Bayak is a monster. Dude became a top 10 by hanging in a forest. That's crazy. He's a natural genius. Is it just me who thinks Lobadan will win against Dumas? What's your take? I'm a little late. I voted for Dumas. I think it's even, though. I think anyone could take it. I think so. I think it'd be a 6-5 victory for either or out of 10 times. Hodgins' son would be a bit hypocritical going against Looseleg, being he's been hiding with FUG for a millennia. It's true, but the idea would be that his care for Viola goes beyond his initial goals and needing to hide. So that would be like the theme probably there. Some family members can make bangs before becoming regulars. That's because they receive low-level contract from their regular status. Tower inhabitants are limited to enforcement and bloodline power. It's also said Bayak appears as a giant on some floors, but think he could be compressed. Okay. Okay. That's a good point. I make good points sometimes. I'm worried for CBL. I think V playing the long game to do a hostile takeover. Yeah. I wish Bam kept his hair. It'll probably grow every time V takes over. Gus wears his glasses to see Shinsu. Maybe it's something similar to seeing the flow. Yeah. I think V is using Bam to just develop his power. Okay. Naya, what's crazy is at the end of chapter 351, Hansung says Bam is V. I'm convinced Hansung definitely knows about V and this data Hansung, so he has known. Interesting. I gotta screenshot that and look at it later though. Sun Wukong transformation BS. Shout out to Black Myth, yo. We in the webbed hollows right now. A lot of freaky ass creatures in there, but we in them webbed hollows. Shout out to Journey to the West. Bam become one with heaven and earth. Bam sets in the walls. V turning Enkidu into pace. Yep. So yeah. Irregulars' futures can't normally be seen. Maybe Zahar can somewhat see it as he's an irregular himself. It's possible. It's possible. But yeah. I'm with you, Chief. I think that V might be playing the long game. Cause like I constantly ask you guys, how do you see the V and B dynamic, or Bam and V dynamic? Is this Kurama and Naruto? Is this Yuji and Sukuna? Can V take over whenever he wants? Like, I want to know how we saw the dynamic in his body. So we will see. We will see. And then we get to what I believe is the best part of the chapter to some degree. The transition to the regulars on this sunken, fallen, abandoned ship. Excuse me. And Maria, Anak, Amigo Chaz, Young Sleep, aka Lore's laid out, and who's this, by the way? Ichigo and Zangetsu. Yeah, I guess that works to some degree, yeah. Amigo Chaz laid out. Who's this in the front? This hair color doesn't seem familiar to me. Can you guys tell who that is? Is that somebody you know? How do you think anyone reacts to this? He's at odds with Jihad and was close to both Gus and Traumerei. I think that's the thing we'll see in the next chapter. How all the family heads and the tower reacts to the news. And I think we'll get our answer there. I'm not sure though, but yeah. Right now, I don't think V is hostile to Bam. He doesn't intend to steal his body, but also is completely sure Bam will support his revenge, calling it their only purpose. Okay, that makes sense. It's a reverse Eugene Sukuna, but I believe V is trying to make it permanent. My Gonanak is back. Green hair girl is new. Okay. She looked familiar to me. I'm like, okay, all right, bet. Could it be Elaine? No, Elaine is at the snow tree, isn't she? Remind me if I'm wrong. Isn't Elaine at the snow garden, the tree of Arlene with Mew Love and Sophie Tan, the elder, and whatnot? I don't remember though. I think it's a new addition, like Vespa and the doll were in season 2. Okay. Given the possibility of Bam being a part of V, given his own agency, V basically thinks of him as himself. But Bam resists revenge. If Bam resists revenge, then V would try to force him right now. He's mentoring him. Okay. V said he doesn't want to take over, but to be with him. That was their wish to avenge Arlene. I don't think V's plan is clear. He might even resent Arlene, become one with Bam so he doesn't disappear. Okay. I don't think the other family heads will care. Interesting. Wasn't Androssi dying a couple chapters ago? Did I miss something a little? I don't know what's going on with it right now. V is Karamo confirmed. Elaine is at Arlene's tree. She's at the tree and she wouldn't get packed like this. Facts. Using a knack to hype up Maria seems unnecessary to me, but she's still conscious and fighting, so maybe she can pull a victory out or something could happen. Maybe we need Paracule. We need that revolution. We will see though. But ultimately, that was the chapter. I floated from a 7 to a 7.5. I gave it a 7.5 on Twitch. Thought it was dope. Thought it was cool. My favorite panel was when Loose Like and V enters and he says, "Y'all don't have no faith. Believe, brother. Believe." And my favorite piece of dialogue was the whole master stuff with Hodge and Sung. Their back and forth was my favorite piece of dialogue. What would you guys rate the chapter out of 10? What was your favorite panel this week? And what was your favorite piece of dialogue or dialogue exchange? What V is saying is that once Bam understands that flow of Shinsu, all of Bam's weaknesses will disappear and V will reach his prime much quicker. So he's trying to prime Bam to get stronger at a faster rate. Okay. Lobodon wins. LOL Dumas was pushed against 2 branch heads, and all the branch heads were scared of Kirin. Kirin get washed from Lobodon. Kirin's a fraud for sure. My opinion. I think Ari Han actually wanted White to reject the demon. RDA Han, the demon, and was disappointed when he didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to go about that yet. I have to learn more about RDA's personality. What do you think will be Revolution and Boss's next move? Any theories? I got none. Lay low and try to amass power, steal Traumerei's body. 7. Also, that Green April lookalike, cause Yuri has the proper one. It's been a while since we've seen her weapon, so I forgot. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, that could be an axe hook or a replica of the Green April. I don't know if I know when the last station was there, Yuri pulled up with 2 13-month series, the Black March and the Green April. When she was fighting Tiara, I recall her using the Green April. So Anak doesn't have it right now. It got taken from her. So that's Anak's hook or maybe some type of replica of the Green April. I don't know. Anak and Maria bumped the rating a point. Anak bumped it 0.5 for me. I have to wait on the Maria. I'm taking a wait and see approach. I think the other family heads would care more about Gustang's path from here on other than Traumerei's dying. Probably the last we see Traumerei, 10 out of 10, favorite panel Lobodon versus Dumas. Jess read 351. Enhancing you definitely called Bam V. Look up the end of the chapter. Zahad's 3 wishes failed too. Nah, Arya a dickhead. He told that little boy to become a demon even when he tried to interpret it differently. To cover the family head's reactions, Blood Matter and the Needle family will be upset that the peace and their safety is gone. Couldn't be jealous. Traumerei got to die. Young will be upset. I had the same favorite panel as you. Loose Like is my top 3 favorite characters, and dialogue Loose Like telling Jin Sung about master and student. Close second, Maria Bay showing up. I think Loose Like is. Oh, I asked this earlier. I'll ask this again on stream. Every year at the end of the year, I do like a webtoon of the year, manga of the year, anime of the year, whatever. I'll probably add music and stuff this year as well. I was thinking of doing an award show for like Kubera and Tower God. Best new character introduced, best fight, best new technique, worst character introduced, worst character, MVP of the arc, yada yada whoop de whoop for the year 2024. Would you guys be interested in that? Let me know. And yeah, Anak has a green hook. She used it to threaten a guy. I think they hunted. Yeah, I remember the green hook, so I think it could possibly be that. Does anybody have any commentary on Yama being like, my brother, he's dead? No, or do we not care? And does anybody? Some people feel that with Traumerei's death, Yama no longer has a central, a goal in the tower. Do you guys feel similarly? Killmonger, by the way, and I've said this to a few of you guys before. I genuinely don't have problem doing Discord streams with people in my community and whatnot. The way a lot of people got to be in my streams was just joining one day. I'm not like some uppity, high and mighty content creator. If your mic is good and you don't act a fool, you can come join some conversations. So if anyone wants to jump in sometimes, let me know. Because I'm thinking next year I want to do some conversations with other people in the chat and stuff and whatever. Maybe drag them up one by one or a few by piece and do a rotation. I'll figure it out because I'm trying to upgrade all my equipment and then come into next year with a bang. But yeah. I still wish to look at Loose Like's black hook weapon. I was like, Now he uses it against the family heads in Urek, but I was disappointed. Maybe it'll come later. Interested? Sounds good. Sounds cool. Interested? Yama needs to go to the dog shelter. I don't care. I like Yama. Love him, but never cared about Doom. I guess the question is his character cooked because his goal was to take out Traumerei as a slayer and Traumerei's gone. So like what does he do now? I would argue through Arcanak and maybe Yama and Wang Wang's goal of him wanting to become king of the Beastkin, he might still have a role to play here. I don't know, but I'm indifferent on every slayer except the number one slayer, the leader of FUG. Good ace. Machia. Low slack. Arihan in my RDA. Isn't it? Did they change the spelling and remove the E? Cause when I see Ari, I think Arihan immediately. Isn't it ARIEHON? RDA Han, in my opinion, views himself as similar to an admin, meaning it's not his place to interfere with good and evil. He told Hulk Quinn the truth, hoped he reject temptation. Oh. Nah. We demon. Yama's character is cooked. He didn't. But Han felt it wasn't his place to stop him, so he just told him to go forward with it. Yama has a vendetta against Revolution. That's true. Okay. Yama gonna get angry at Revolution now. Three-way war incoming. I don't know how to arrange with you the call. I can shout you on Twitter because we chat there more. I'm in your Discord chat. I just don't speak. I'm barely on the app. I'd have to give you the role and then just hop into Soul King SoundCloud. As long as you have the Binks Sake role, you can join that conversation. We're not gonna do it today. Today I'm staying solo, but just let me know. It's not a problem. Cause I always feel like sometimes it's easier to just hash it out orally instead of having to like do the comment thing. Cause the comments are like sometimes it's not behind, blah blah blah, whoop de whoop. So yeah, I do think Traumerei's dead. Yes, I do. Yama pulled to Lobadan like who let the dogs out. We need to see the remaining Slayers. Yes. Yama's target is now Armstrong or Neil Armstrong, the astronaut man. What if Yama's story connects to Rax Ancient One's plotline? With him having Arcanak in him? Interesting thought. Yama will fight Dominatrix Lady. Yeah. Say less, bro. Anytime. I think it's time for a BAM to get the third thorn from Modorako. Yeah. Well, that's a chapter this week. Not mad at it at all. Thought it was good. Gives me a lot of hope. I have two. I'm gonna cook up 2 videos this week. I want to focus one on the regulars coming back and what that could mean for the future, and then my general review that I always do every week for you guys. But I'm pretty much out of things to say. So unless you have any final questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, predictions, and/or prognostications, we can wrap up because I got a bunch of errands to do today. Cha joins FUG. Yama will be the king of the Beastkins and the Ancients. Ça, c'est intéressant. Ending the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 8, 6, okay? 5, 4, woo! 3, nigga, 2, yaga, 1, 0. Lobadan versus Dumas. Who you got? 63% said Dumas. 36% said Lobadan. We had almost 70 votes. 69. Nice. That's what we had. I guess I'll take this opportunity to like show some things here. For anyone that's in the chat still, who's new, hasn't been around and whatnot, just so you guys know, this is important because I'm very proud of how this channel has been growing and going along. I do have a second channel where I do video essays, long and short form content. I do plan on eventually doing a Tower God video essay and a Kubera One Last God video essay. That will be for the year 2025. As you can see here, this One Piece video is doing pretty well. My tropes video is doing well. I talk about all of my interest here, from anime to gaming to cartoons to manga to live action TV shows, sports, whatever. Take a look, take a gander if anything here interests you. Follow it. I drop videos I try to drop 2 videos every month on Fridays on this channel. I got, makes the fight scene good right at the ending. Dino Ace, Reborn, Adventure Time, Legend of Korra versus Last Airbender, Superman video. I got a Paper Mario one, Scott Pilgrim, Spark the Electric Jester, Monogatari, JoJo. Why I think Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game. I talked about visual novels. Why I think Erase is garbage. Then this is literally my magnum opus, the best video I've ever made, K16, how Bomb Rush Cyberpunk surpassed Jet Set Radio. I've talked about tier list, my favorite trope in anime, how toxic fan bases can ruin people's enjoyment. I talked about a DC movie. I talked about the state of the video game industry, moving on from intellectual properties like Mario and Sonic. This football game that I really like, One Piece, and the Xenoblade one is the last one that I made because Xenoblade is getting a remake. I'm very proud of the work I've done there. So give it a look-sees if anything there gathered your attention. And I do it in a detective film noir style, kind of like I'm solving a case. That's how I do it. We're just about to say that. About both Duma and Yasuracha, both of them were ridiculously evil for little reason other than they were upset with their own situation. Yeah. I forget, was Maria a Rachel affiliate? I don't think so. I don't remember. Was that Arcaptor's daughter was? Yes. Reborn. Mono Picari, yes. I need to talk about actually the Off and Monster season. Actually, I did finish watching them. Or what they have out. Are you letting people know about this channel on your regular videos? I should. That's a good point. I should do that. Good point. I'm going to start doing that. Thank you. I'm going to do it today, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go take revenge for his brother. Shoot. General Detective Run. I cooked on some of these. I'm so proud of some of these. I cooked on some of these. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. This One Piece video I cooked on. I actually think the Zelda video is really good. The Superman one's good. I think if you really like Last Airbender and like hate Legend of Korra, watch this video. I think Korra gets way more hate than it deserves. I'm not telling you to like it. It's great. It's peak or whatever, but yeah, man, I'm very proud of what I've been able to do here. I want to do so much more. It's just never enough time in a day, man, in a lifetime. Considering how Doom is now weaker than Paul, him dying is probably for the best. Fair enough. Daya slaps and grounded in story. Dino Ace is goated, man. I'm tired of the Legend of Korra slander. Boo-hoo, the Avatar still got destroyed in Season 2. Get over it. Let your earthly tires empty the void and become wind. And Zahir said, I'm Jordan. Air Jordan, baby. That shit, yo, me and my boy Nat. Happy birthday, Nat, by the way. I'm not watching this, but happy birthday to my nigga. We called each other when Zahir did that. We're like, bro, we took flight like Jordan. Like, yo, we took flight like an air. Yo, we called him. We said, please. My bitch dead. MT and become win. We flying now. I said, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'm trying to think of any announcements. I'm going to try to do one more Tower of God stream for the year. I told you guys, at the end of the last chapter, which will be around February 9th next year, we'll have another big Tower of God stream. I want to do one big One Piece stream before the year ends. I'm going to finish the ranking stream, talk about Egghead and Elbaf. And I want to really bring back revisionist history next year. I did none this year, but next year we got to bring it back. And see if we could get that Gintama stream going at some point. So, yeah. Yama is so far morally the best Slayer. Yeah. I'm also interested to see how Yama and Cole will I think Yama feels a little bit of gratitude towards Bam, helping him with the Houndborns and Beastkins and whatnot. I just want to see what's going to happen. How are they going to go after Bam and whatnot? Does Bam consolidate and absorb V at some point, devour him, kick him out of his body? I don't know. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Not saying much. Zahir got rid of all the earthly attachment after that. Death and flew. Facts. He said, well, no more coochie. Might as well fly. Anywho, my only other plug for the day has nothing to do with me. You guys know Naya Hemmings does not like pocket monsters. Now, creature collection games like your Pal World and whatnot, your Koromons, cool. But what I do F with is WDFA and that Pokemon Cypher. Go run that. I have time to finish up Gintama. Just finished their... Oh, Gintama hype, bro. Hype. But yeah. All right, I'm out of here. You guys be safe. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the videos. Wow, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Gustang being able to stabilize a part of the floor of death and successfully making the inhabitants immortals impressive was probably atonement for Traumerei incident. Makes sense. Run your pocket. All right, I'm out. Bye.